What's up, guys? My name is Hutch and I make videos and put them on the internet. Holy crap, that reception was not anticipated yesterday. I will say honestly that I did not expect that. It gets tricky for YouTubers or for people that post video, whatever you want to call them, because part of the ingredients for success on this platform, or if you want to call it success, is consistency. And I haven't posted anything on this channel in 10 months, no, 8 months, something like that. But I've been completely absent. And so going into posting that video yesterday, I was a little apprehensive and nervous because I honestly had no idea how people were gonna receive that sort of thing. And when I was sitting there watching the likes go up by the thousands within 15 minutes, that was a shot to the gut. That was really, really awesome. You made me feel special on the inside, so thank you. Yeah, it's like Woody Allen said one time that 80% of success is just showing up. And so with YouTubing, all you got to do is just be consistent and show up. Now, of course, ideally you want your content or something that you make to be beneficial to someone who watches it or to entertain them, which is one and the same basically. But the fact that you can also collect a paycheck from this is just a bonus. It's a blessing, and I hope that I never take it for granted, because it's not fair in a lot of ways. The reason that I want to post this video today is because I want to kind of piggyback off the video that I posted yesterday. And say that I was particularly touched when I saw people jumping in the comments talking about their own experiences with what is commonly referred to as depression. Depression can be tricky, if not taboo, to talk about with a platform as large and diverse as the ones that you find on YouTube, because I mean, you run the whole gamut. You find, I mean, there are people that are 14 years old that have no concept of what depression is. There are people that are 14 years old that do. You have 30-year-olds that don't know what it is. You have 45-year-olds that have been living with it for years. But the crowd is so different and diverse that it can fall on deaf ears a lot of the times. And and it's a topic that I'm passionately an advocate for awareness of depression, of what it is, of understanding what it is, and not mislabeling it or giving horrible advice to maybe loved ones or something like that that have experienced it. Or maybe you're experiencing it yourself and you hear a lot of really terrible feedback and advice. And that's what I want to talk about today. And I want to directly talk to the people that have experienced it at some time in their lives, are experiencing it right now, or haven't yet experienced it but someday will experience it. Hopefully you can look back on a video like this one, or you can find many videos on YouTube with people talking about their experience and what I mean. Some of them are kind of depressing, because you see a lot of instances where people are just brutally honest with where they're at right there, and it's not always pretty. But then you find videos of people that have been through it and come out the other side of it, and then they talk about their experience with that, and that can be really uplifting, and it can instill hope in someone who is feeling otherwise hopeless. And that's why I think YouTube is an invaluable platform for something like this, or not even necessarily this. You can have a problem with basically anything and then search it on YouTube and find someone talking about a similar experience. Of course, some of those people are just batshit crazy and might make you feel worse and even more hopeless, but for every one of them, there's 15 others that can deliver a message to you that you can understand, might make you feel better. I'd like to throw it out there that I'm not feeling depressed these days. There's like some residual stuff, but for the most part, it's pretty much gone, which is awesome, because this time was like 6 months where I had it was hard. And I suppose that can be confusing for a lot of people, because I did see I read a lot of the comments on the video yesterday, and I did see occasionally sprinkled in there were comments from people saying like, how the fuck could this guy be depressed? Look at his life. Like, there are people fighting in wars, they have a reason to be depressed. This guy's fucking spoiled. And there was a lot of that. I mean, not a lot of that, there was some of that. And I don't know what to say to people like that. That kind of ties into what we were talking about before with the whole diversity thing. Some people just have no concept of what it is, and some people do. And I'd like to talk to those that do right now. First of all, I want to say that depression is an incredible oversimplification. It's just a single word, and it can't even begin to describe or explain or encapsulate the beautiful complexity and totality of the human psyche. It just does not do it justice. It's basically a word that licensed professionals use to communicate with each other, but for the purposes of actually helping someone, it can actually hinder them more than help them. But for the sake of convenience, we'll continue to use that word throughout the rest of this video. I'm just going to refer to it as depression. What kind of people get depressed? Well, there's no simple answer for that too. I think I can safely say that if you're a thoughtful, caring, observant person, intelligent, all those things, you will probably experience something like it at some point in your life. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get lucky. Everybody gets sad sometimes. Everybody loses a loved one. Everybody loses his job. Unforeseen war, famine. All these things can contribute to what we call depression, but it's really difficult to predict why people get it in the first place and what sort of people are predisposed to that sort of a condition. Talking to the people that are feeling like that right now, I want to say that I'm not going to be as presumptuous to say that I understand specifically what you're going through, or that I empathize with your circumstances, because you are completely unique, just like everybody else in the world, which is an oxymoron, of course, but you're totally unique, you're totally different, and your circumstances are completely different from someone who maybe even has similar circumstances, but they're still infinitely different, worlds apart. So I can't say that I understand exactly why you're going through what you're going through, or why you will go through what you're gonna go through, but I can say that I do understand a few things that come along with being depressed. I know what it's like to feel completely alone. I know what it's like to feel completely trapped in your own head. I know what it's like to lose sleep. I know what it's like to not want to be around any friends. I know what it's like to wake up and realize that you haven't laughed or sincerely smiled in months. I know what it's like to feel like you're never going to escape this feeling and that it's never going to get better. And I also know what it's like to think to yourself, well, what's the point of living faced with the reality of that possibility? But I also know what it's like to not feel like that anymore. I'm not the only person that's been through something like this. You're not the only person that's been through something like this or will go through something like this. And I think that's the message that I really want to pass on today more than anything else. It's pretty much the only message. I don't know, I don't think I have any specific advice to give people when it comes to feeling like this, because what works for some doesn't work for others. What works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. What works for you might not work for me. But I can tell you that when I was in the lowest points of what we call depression, I felt like I was the only one in the world that felt like that, and that nobody could possibly understand what I was going through, which is true and it's not true. You're not. This thing that we call depression is much more common than we believe when we're in it. And I remember when I felt like that at my lowest point, and when I would hear someone else's experience come through to me, and it was something that I could identify with and latch onto and think like, yeah, I know what that feels like. It made me feel better, because a lot of the times the message was coming from people that were smiling or had life in their eyes, or just kind of glowed a little bit, which indicated to me that they had been through something equally devastating and difficult and come out the other side. And that's pretty much the message of this video today. If you're experiencing something like this, it's not going to last forever. Impermanence is the only constant in this universe, and your own emotional well-being and mental well-being, all those things, those are not exempt. They change irreversibly over time, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the better. But you're always changing. And so no matter how shitty you're feeling right now, you can take comfort in the fact, or I hope you can take comfort in the fact that nothing lasts forever, and you will not feel like this forever, despite what your head's going to tell you. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. That's all I wanted to say. The gaming stuff, like gaming videos, those are going to come soon enough. I'm still, like, I just got just got, you guys can't see it, but I just got set up with like a proper PC and like nice headset and like a mouse and keyboard and stuff like that. So I've been getting into like BF3 on BF3 on PC and Blacklight Retribution and Diablo, and I'm not sure what sort of videos I want to make for those sort of things. I'm gonna play a little COD 4 tonight, maybe record some, because I do have, like, obviously I did see the Black Ops 2 trailer yesterday, and I do have some thoughts that I'd like to share with the internet world, but I'm not sure when those are coming. But for now, I do like vlogging, I do like this sort of thing, and I think I'm going to continue doing that. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for the support once again, and I hope that if there's anyone out there that's feeling shitty, I hope that your day got a little bit better because of anything that I said, and if it didn't, hopefully you get it from someone else. So I'm going to take off. You guys are beautiful. Peace out.